So, if anybody has wondered what happened to Marilyn Monroe and why she was murdered, or as some people think, suicide, here is Gianni Russo, and he's going to explain to you kind of basically what happened.
Tell me something about Marilyn Monroe that you would know that other people wouldn't.
When I found out with Marilyn the first time I was intimate with her on that Saturday afternoon, we had a lot in common because when I got out of the hospital at 12, I was alone on the street. When she was 12, she was put in an orphanage in the valley in California. And when she looked out the window, she saw the water tower of Warner Brothers. And she had all these old starlet magazines. And she said, I always said that someday I'll be on that lot. And it was similar to me because once I got the corner window in the ward at Bellevue, because I had to wait for somebody to perish. And then Dolores finally got me that window. I saw the Empire State Building. It was on 34th Street because I was on 30th Street. And before that, I never saw a building that tall. I was on Mulberry Street. It was 5 or 6 stories. And I said to myself, someday I'm going to be uptown. So when we started talking, both of us needed just a genuine hug. And that's what we found comforting about each other. We had a lot of things in common. And the stardom that she had, she didn't have the freedom. So she would throw on disguises. I would meet her at the Subway bar on 60th Street in Lexington. She's sitting at the bar with a bunch of people with a wig on and a trench coat because she'd walk up from the Waldorf. But she was just a normal person, man. And as I found out from Sinatra, even Brando, we all had our way with her because that's all she thought she could give. She had this. If you want it, I want to share it with you because she always felt, she had a very low esteem of herself. And that's why the Xanax and everybody took advantage of her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some quotes from her. She said, I always felt insecure and in the way, but most of all, I felt scared. I guess I wanted love more than anything else in the world.
So you just verified what I just said. You're a good interviewer.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd heard these kind of passages about her, about how all the men in the world wanted to sleep with Marilyn Monroe and all they would have to do was ask. Because
I don't know if it would be that easy.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what that quote really means. That I don't know if she was promiscuous or whether she kind of expected to have sex with men, whenever they were interested, or.
To me, I take it as an insult because she just wouldn't walk the streets and do any guy. I mean, that's not it. If you did her a favor or you were kind with her and that, that's all she thought she had to offer. But where I was at, the fact that when we were up in Caldeva, this is the first time we found out that Senator John F. Kennedy made a promise to her that if he becomes president, he'll leave Jackie and marry her. That's how naive she was. And Bobby took over to get her away from John, and nobody realized he had his way with her, and she got pregnant. In about 3 weeks prior to her coming up there, he forced her to have an abortion. And she said, I want nothing to do with the Kennedys, screaming and crying. Sinatra was trying to console her. And she, you know what, I'm going to go to the press. I'm going to screw these Kennedys once and for all. The president and the attorney general. And once we heard that, we knew she was dead. I got on the plane the next day, flew back, because all I had to do was report to Costello, my guy. And he knew it too. And that Tuesday, she was dead, man.